Hey folks, it's Lex here from Bored at Work, and what we have for you today is the Samsung NX30. Now, if you guys haven't heard, today in Times Square, Samsung was pretty much throwing an event called DitchtheDSLR, hashtag DitchtheDSLR for those on Twitter. And what you're trying to showcase is that their camera, which is using mirrorless technology, was pretty much can outshine any DSLR on the market today. And in order to actually prove that, they had an event that pretty much, if you brought your old DSLR to the event going on in Manhattan today, it had to be in working condition, had to have a scope and battery. But if you came in and you actually got in line early enough, you would be able to switch your DSLR with this $1,000 camera. Doesn't matter what maker it was. And it was a pretty awesome event by Samsung. They had a DJ. They had a tour of how the actual camera works. But this is going to be a quick hands-on of how the NX30 is, just the looks of it, some of the features, and showcase some of the bargain that Samsung gave us today over in Times Square. So as you can see here, this is using mirrorless technology. This is the cap that it came with, and there is the inside sensor. And moving along the side here, you have the grip handle, which is rather nice. It isn't super grippy, but it is a nice texture. It feels like they're faux leather that they use on their Samsung Galaxy devices. As you can see here, this is a 180-degree swivel touchscreen display. It's a Super AMOLED, 3 inches. I mean, this thing is a beauty. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but you can angle it that way. You can flip it that way as well. You can flip it that way. And it's just a pretty cool swivel action here, and it has all the controls. You can change your exposure. You can pretty much do anything you need to with that display. As you can see here, you have a wide range of controls. I'm not going to go through them, but you guys who take photography, you know what they do, and they're really on the go. They're really heavy duty here, and they do have a scroll wheel as well. As you can see at the bottom there, it does show Super AMOLED Full HD to go with that screen. I'm going to close that. And if you guys are familiar with viewfinders, this isn't a typical viewfinder. I'm actually going to pull this thing out and swerve it up. That is pretty badass, guys. I mean, this is pretty much new. This isn't on any camera on the market today, and it makes taking up close pictures, as the viewfinder does have about 2 million pixels inside of it, so you're getting very clear and real scenario pictures when looking through that. They took us on a tour in the city today, and it worked amazingly. I really can go back to a digital point and shoot after using the viewfinder and the camera overall. As you can see at the top here, that's pretty much the top there for any accessory that you want to add on top there, and that's the little flash button, as you can see, to switch that on. On the front, you have the Samsung logo. You have your usual range of toggle features for Samsung cameras. You have more toggles here, even more switching for a zoom there, more options up top there, and that's the on and off switch, and you take your pictures there. And if you want to start recording video, this records 1080p HD at 60 frames per second. It is a 20.3 megapixel camera. This thing is just awesome. I really can't say it enough how great this thing is. I'm actually going to open this up here. There you go. And you do have your mini HDMI port and your micro USB. It charges via micro USB, so it's compatible with most of your chargers. I would hope so, unless you're using iOS devices. As you can see here, I do have the lanyard attached. This came with the device in the box, and you can attach it on there and have it around your neck. Switching the front here, you're going to see at the bottom, you do have your tripod connector. That is the housing for the battery, which is separate right now, and you have, it takes regular micro SD or mini SD. I think it's mini SD memory cards, and Samsung actually showcased their Pacific one for it. It's a little bit shinier, but it does the same thing as other memory cards, so that's cool to see Samsung getting into the memory card arena there. And you can see there on the side, you have the sensor that's inside, 20.3 APS. It also has NFC technology as well. One of the things they talk to us most about is the fact that you can connect this via Wi-Fi to your Wi-Fi network, and you can seamlessly transfer photos and video instantly while doing it. On top of that, there are specific apps for iOS and Android to control every single aspect of the camera, exposure, ISO, anything that you need. You can do it via the app, and we'll go into that later on in another video, but that's pretty much it. So I'm going to put this down here. And this is fresh out the box, guys, so this is somewhat of an unboxing, but more of a hands-on. I'm going to take this out here, and this is the lens that comes with this bad boy. So I'm going to unscrew that. As you can see there, you just twist that in, and this is the cap, and there you go. You have the lens, and you can see there. Let's actually make it so you can read it. There you go, and that's pretty much OIS 1855mm 3. They have a wide range of controls on the side here, as you can see. There you go. You have automatic focus, manual focus, and this button, what you do is while you're in the viewfinder or you're recording video, you can tap that and change your settings on the go live via the scrolls here, which are scrolling. So that is pretty awesome. Samsung is adding more functionality to a camera and real world scenarios that just make sense. And they did a really good job at showcasing us how that works. So I'm going to put that cap on back there and put this aside. This thing feels really premium as it is a high priced camera. I'm going to put that to the side there. And you do also get a hood. I'm not going to take that out, but you can see that's just a regular basic hood that is Samsung.
Hey guys, this is Lexer from Booredatwork.com, and today we have a fellow, almost soon to be Samsung camera owner here in line, and we're going to ask him about his experience. We're going to ask him about what he thinks about the whole event itself and standing in line waiting for this event. So what time did you actually get it?
Actually got here around like 7:30 a.m. I thought I was going to be late, but I made the cut, so you know, it's pretty good.
That's good, that's good. So you obviously got a wristband here, so that's what Samsung is doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What camera are you handing in to do the switch?
The XT, the Canon Rebel XT.
Okay. Now did you hear about the stories about people being here the previous morning and waiting?
Yeah, I was actually checking it on like social medias like Facebook and Twitter, and they were here. They were here like at 4 a.m. and I was like, oh man, I don't think I'm gonna make it, but I made it.
Okay. Well, we actually had some hands-on time with the device. It's a really perplexing device. It's really nice. We're gonna see a bit. And there's actually a selfie little mode there. You can actually animate the Oscar moment where they took a selfie. So you plan on doing that?
No, I'm actually late for work. But you know, I emailed my manager. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be like 30 minutes late. So he said, okay.
All right. Well, we'll let you wait in line and do your thing. So appreciate it.
Yeah.
You guys next questions and have a nice day.
You too.
All right. It's Lexer from Booredatwork, and that's pretty much the things that are going on today at the Samsung DitchtheDSLR event in Manhattan, Times Square.
This thing is the Swiss Army knives of cameras. That's pretty much the feeling that I walked away with while taking a look at the camera in the real world and just having a hands-on recently. So just to give you a look at the specs, this thing is loaded. If you guys are French, you can read French. If you guys are Spanish, you can do that in Dutch. But English, there you go. And that's pretty much going to sum up my hands-on with the Samsung N30X. Be sure to look forward to a review if we do so. And remember to always enjoy entertainment. Comment in the sections below. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already. And subscribe if you haven't to continue to see great content from Bored at Work. Thanks, guys.